a lucky charm that you carry around with you or something like that?
Yeah, my man.
That's a great answer. What is your man like?
He's the best. He's super smart. He's has a great sense of humor. He's a manly man. It's not about. He's not from this business, so he's a chess player, and he's just brilliant partner to me. We understand each other very well. It's always leather and jeans, and it's quite casual, and it's pretty punk. So it's really liberating and free and awesome, and still, of course, tailored and wonderful details and so on.
He's in love with rock and roll, whoa. He's in love with Kenny Sloan, whoa. He's in love with Jenny Jones, whoa. He don't like it for a job now. In the end, lots of work, but the boss at the firm always thinks he should.
You've done quite a few shows. I mean, I saw you up on
Yes, in fact, I have. I have done a couple of more than usually. I figured, hey, I'm here, why not? And it's been good. It's just, it's no pressure when you're not, running after each city and each show and stuff. It all of a sudden becomes enjoyable.
The beat. Did you have a good vacation this summer?
I always go to Italy. Yeah, I like to go to Ligurian coast, and we always go to this little village, which is not really touristic village. It's called Cervo. But because we drive through Europe, so we also take a week in the Alps or in some mountains. So we like to mix a hot and a cold air. So you're not in a dead summer and every day you're like, oh, it's too much. So you kind of get best of both.
When you were a little girl, were you playing with dolls like Barbies, or were you out climbing trees?
I grew up in a communism, and there weren't so many dolls. Most of the dolls were either homemade or. Yeah, and there were few that were bought, but it was mostly outdoors. And yes, I did have a couple of dolls, and my brother would build me a doll house, and stuff like that. But no, I mean, our most fun times were, you would live in this little area, and all the neighborhood kids would come out from this time to this time, and then you would have these social games, and it was just one big family, It was a lot of fun.
How's your apartment furnished? I mean, is it modern or is it?
It's a complete mess. Actually, it's not furnished. It's stuff. Just we have some I don't know, almost like 80-year-old chairs in there, and old olive tree table, and a couple of bar stools, and bed obviously. But in general, I don't like cabinets and things because I feel that they are too much of a thing in the room. So I like to have the space. And I just recently thought of, getting these, like also Louis Vuitton makes these old, I guess they are one of the greatest at making them, these old trunks. Because I have enormous amount of clothes. So at the moment I have them like vacuumed and, placed away so they don't get destroyed. But I would like to occasionally, go back to them and use them and so on. So I was like, what if I buy all these different trunks, different heights, different designers, different drawers and stuff? And I was like, this could look really cool. You could push it around and pull it there, and so maybe I'll do that. I have never cried on the stage or after, or so to speak, and while we were getting to the finale, and with the music and with the whole atmosphere of the room and everything, I just couldn't help myself. It was just beyond. I know, I'm starting again. It was amazing.